Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions once again. Thank you so much for always liking and sharing and subscribing and telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We love you, we appreciate you. Today I've got Lala on the red chair and we move on to the president of the icons himself, Laycon.
How will you take you on that time? Icons are waiting.
I don't know, icons, something.
People in Nigeria,
A lot of fans have actually talked about the fact that they've been quite impressed with Laycon's surging, like he's climbing up the ladder and everything. It's been really good. And yeah, the music scene.
But you seem to feel he's not doing enough though.
I feel he's not doing enough actually.
Okay.
Hopefully in 2021 he's going to prove me wrong. He's going to prove me wrong. But of course we love Laycon right here. Laycon has been a major topic of conversation on Twitter for the past couple of hours right now. Nasty C is in the mix, Victor is in the mix. Now, what happened? Laycon went for a freestyle session at DJ Jimmy Jat's studio, Jimmy's Jump Off, and someone came, on Twitter to create some sort of, brouhaha right now, and said, no cap, Laycon is better than Nasty C. That one don't cause a lot of wala right now, with fans going for and against that particular notion. Lala, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are the person who came out to say what he said, they should have just left the person. I mean, they shouldn't have given it this much attention. Now it's been blown out of proportion. All the rappers are being touchy. The hip-hop heads are being touchy. And it seems this is the only thing that's bound to happen with the hip-hop scene in Nigeria. This is the only thing that gets people talking. Like when things like this happen and they'll not be like, oh, no, if you clean this one good, no, if you do this. That's the only thing that I think music should be the one that, the records they put out should get people talking rather than
the beefs and the comparisons and everything.
This. Although the person who chose it is fine, no cap, no nonsense person right anyway. Because what has Laycon done? If you think about it, what has he done? What has he achieved for you to come out and say, oh, but it's just the person is being a stand, and yeah, you can't take that away from music. And people like that, people will always say things like that. Should you not pay them attention? Hell no. Should you give them the light of day and give them the cloud that they are searching for? No. But now the whole thing don't go viral, causing controversy. Rappers are coming out. The stands of each rappers are coming out and saying, "Oh, you never even do this." People are going as far as saying, "No, he was reading off the rap. It's supposed to be a freestyle. Why is he reading off his phone?" Blah blah blah. It's just the only thing don't cause wala. And when it comes to fans of BBNaija, especially, they know how to blow things out of proportion. Like for example, when what's his name? Was he Ozo? Was made
Juventus.
It was a Juventus something. But a crazy son of Ozo thought that meant who is managing Juventus in Nigeria. Those kind of things, those kind of crazy things you see from BBNaija stands, BBNaija fans, they are crazy like that. So when this sort of things comes out, the best thing to do is just ignore. People like that, you're just giving them the needed attention they crave for. There's no merit to that statement. There's no proof to that statement. Nothing suggests so far from Laycon's catalog that yes, he can achieve or he has achieved more than what has done. Has done. So it's disrespectful, and it's just a stand.
You think it's disrespectful, Lala?
Yes, it's disrespectful now because what has Laycon done and achieved? What has he done in the game musically for you to pitch him with any of these other guys? In anything, the guy is still on the come up, whether you like it or not. He has a huge fan base, yes, but he's still on the come up. If they're going to do top 5 rappers in Nigeria, they won't mention his name, whether you like it or not. He still doesn't have the catalog to present and say, oh, this is what I've done, this is what I've achieved, to be mentioned alongside so who have been at it for years.
But he jumped on the biggest song of 2020. Nobody.
So there is a remix. There's a 20 track album remixes of Nobody. So are you going to say me everybody that jumped on that?
But the one Laycon jumped on is the most popular. It's the most popular, Lala.
It's not a hip hop song. He didn't drop on the biggest hip hop record. He dropped on the biggest pop song. So what does that make him a bigger rapper or the biggest rapper because he dropped on the pop record? Come on, man.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not. Yes, I know. So but don't you think that kind of raises his profile in a way?
No, he raised his profile in terms of as a musician, as an artist in Nigeria, yes, he got on the biggest pop song, arguably the biggest song to come out of Nigeria. He didn't get on it because he's the best rapper. He got on it because they saw that this guy is a musician, he won't BBNaija, he has a lot of things going on for him right now. It makes absolutely enough sense to say, Laycon, come and jump on this song. Massive sense, because you're buying into his fan base. He already has a huge fan base from winning the show. So he didn't get on that based on he can definitely clean it. He's the best rapper to ever. Nah, that's not why he made the song.
Okay, what about fans of Laycon, who are of the opinion that tweet is actually true and they stand by it? What are we going to tell fans like that?
Some see, when you are a stan, you are incapable. I keep saying this. Once you've taken that role as a stan, you are incapable of seeing left from right. Your left is going to be your right, as long as it's your artist, as long as someone that you stand. You're incapable of saying otherwise. If they say he's number one in Nigeria, he's number one in Nigeria. That's your job. That's what you've taken the role of a stand for. So people like that, there will always people like that, and there will always people who are fans, but they know there's a limit into what they can claim and what they can't claim and things like that. So people like that, they exist, and there's nothing you can do about it. They will always be there. So yeah.
So why exactly did they put Vector in the mix?
Well, Vector being,
how did he come in?
It's not only Vector that's in the mix. There's quite a lot of rappers
in the mix.
Yeah. So Vector stands are also known to be very wild. Like during the beef with Emma Baga, they're known to they always had to push the Vector agenda, narrative and everything. It's there. The same thing with MI stars and everything. But those guys are doing Vectors a disservice, because if anything, they should be keeping quiet in things like this. Why would they be pitching Vector against a Laycon? They're dropping his standards. I haven't seen an MI people come and say, MI is this and that. They've just kept it cool. It's already, they're making Vector seem like he's supposed to be on that level. No, he's above that level. He's beyond that level. So why are you not pitching him and saying, when Vector is there? No, don't do that.
Maybe to trend?
It's trending wrongly if that's
because it's trending right now at the time of this interview.
Because of this, I mean.
Yeah.
That's the thing with hip hop in Nigeria anyway. These are the things that gets conversation going. So it's meal time for them. Let them milk it. It's meal time.
Okay, before we go, Laycon, Vector, Nasty C, there's been a whole lot about them on social media right now.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any rapper in Nigeria that can stand up to Nasty C in terms of freestyle?
In terms of freestyle, Vector is a dope freestyler. That's why, like you said, that's why it's trending. Vector holds the record for going live on radio. I mean, he did it for what? How many hours? I can't even remember. No other rapper has done that. And he's freestyling off the top with different words and everything. There's a lot of rappers in Nigeria that can freestyle. A lot. Nasty, in as much as you feel who is a big freestyler, and what people are bringing to the table is a particular freestyle session he had with an American radio or podcast show like that. That's what they're bringing forward. In actual sense, how many people actually freestyle? Most people just regurgitate lines they've written before. Is that a freestyle? It's not. But in terms of freestyle, Vector, someone who did it for hours, is there.
Not from his other songs.
Not from his other songs.
How did you know
they
that?
Were giving, it was for hours. People tune in. If you go on YouTube and search Vector freestyle for hours, you see it there. It was, how can you, even if you wrote it down for hours, keep on freestyling? It's impossible. You have to actually be skilled at being a freestyler for you to do this kind of thing. Vector is a skilled freestyler. Perhaps that's why he's trending. Who else? MI, yes, he can freestyle, but it's not his strong suit. It's not his strong suit. A lot of these other young cats, even Nasty that they say is a freestyler, in most cases, there are lines from what he's written before. They're not freestyles, lines that they've mastered, and it might come in handy and things like that. So, not everybody can be a freestyler, but Vector, everyone knows that about when it comes to freestyle. Anyway, so.
Okay. Do you think Laycon is actually quite underrated or overrated?
I think it's overrated in the rap scene. People have not seen the best of what he can do.
Okay.
He hasn't even arrived yet. I mean, based on what he's done in the past, yes, we know that there's something there, there's talent there. But then he has to do it consistently. He has to do it to a wider audience, and people say yes. Right now, it's just icons that are just blowing his trumpet, which there's nothing wrong with it. But then don't let what the icons are saying get to you guys and feel, oh, it's because the icons have said it, then that's number one. That's what it's supposed to be.
So is it not what the hype?
If it's what the hype, he will get in the Ned Hedis nomination. Did he get it? No. Any other music nomination has come his way? No. So what is it that we're now, like I said, is overrated. Right now, these fans overrating. In the main people in the industry, they
what do you mean by overrated? I mean, for me, I think it's rated. Maybe not
it's
overrated or
fans.
Underrated. Oh, by his fans, okay.
Yes, that's what I mean. Overrated by his fans. By icons.
By icons.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Hopefully, he'll get to that point where he'll get to that position.
There's talent there. It's undeniable that there's talent there.
Definitely.
But then he needs to put in the work. He needs to put out the content, and people need to appreciate the content across board.
Of course, you already said he's going to put out a lot of content.
Yeah, he has. I'm pretty sure he has.
everything.
See, this guy won BBNaija. The video performed at BBNaija, what's it called? Now I'm seeing tweets on Twitter that, oh, they've already recorded, which makes common sense.
Common sense, yeah.
He would have already done that. He would have done songs with love with these top guys, which I feel he shouldn't have done anyway. But you said it. You said he should have done.
Yes.
I felt he shouldn't have done. But then he has the pulling power to get any of these guys. He needs to drop those content. People need to feel that content before we now start talking. Oh, yes. So he has arrived. He deserves this. He deserves that. But right now, and to say the least, the Jimmy Jump Off performance, it was slow for me. Sorry to say, it wasn't energetic. He felt like he was just singing on it instead of rapping. It didn't look impressive to me.
We didn't even talk about that.
It didn't look impressive to me. Saying, I'm going to keep it a buck. People had a problem with I don't have a problem if he was reading the rap off his phone.
But should he read the rap? It's supposed to be a freestyle.
There's no problem with it. Back in the day when we were feeling what's his name? Ice Prince, yeah. Ice Prince used to read his raps on his phone and freestyle. They call it freestyle. And we used to be cool with it. I have no problem with that. But then the actual delivery of what he was doing, I was almost sleeping. I wasn't feeling it. Sorry, it wasn't energetic. It didn't sound like he was rapping.
A couple of people think he doesn't even have the charisma to be a rapper, like this rap scene. He's too laid back.
I think he's laid back. And I think he's losing some originality. Like I watched the prequel to what. Who is Laycon and things like that. He was forcing the American accent. He was forcing it. He needs to. I'm serious, he needs to be natural. He needs to be himself.
Was that not his accent during the Fierce Nation days?
Worse.
Whoa.
It's worse. Like I'm pretty serious. It's worse.
Wow.
The Ghana Wonder is so much. It needs to be original.
Ghana Wonder.
You can throw in your what's it called once in a while. But when you're going to talk, I mean, in something like
Let's
that.
hear you.
And then he repeated a lot of. I mean, for someone who has command of so many words, if you can watch that picture to who is Laycon. You guys, I can count how many times he said you guys on that. He said you guys at least, if I can count, maybe 100 times. I'm pretty serious. You guys are going upstairs. You guys welcome. You guys, for someone who is supposed to have command of several words as being a rapper, you're supposed to be more articulate than that on something like that. But I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I was disappointed.
Okay, I mean we've gone on, and of course Peter is already telling us your time is up. But this is actually a very interesting conversation, and I think that Laycon actually, we need to do more. But I ask again, Lala, because I'd asked you before now, and you told me something else. Now, which should Laycon focus on more? The music or the BBNaija ambassadorship winner persona?
Yeah, that would end now. So obviously, I'm pretty sure 2021 they already had things lined up. The music related things lined up. I am pretty sure. But then 2020, the reason you feel he hasn't done enough is because there's a lot of things he has to do BBNaija wise, which I feel he has almost
completed.
Almost completed. Some new ones are popping up, but the ones he wants in the house, the ones as requirement for winning BBNaija, he's done majority of that in 2020.
Yeah.
Now he's going to put more time into his music, which is understandable. 2021, a clean slate. Let's get it. Let's see what you have. But not your fans. Well, you can't control his fans now, but then if they won't tell you the truth, people like us are here to tell you.
Should he diversify into singing? Actually singing?
No, he's a rapper.
He's a rapper, and you think rap these days with his own kind of rap
how
will
many
sell?
rappers have crazy fan base or the number of fan base he has like that?
It doesn't matter.
No.
So if he raps, they will buy.
The fan base is there because of what they feel is intelligent and he can rap. Yes, that's why the fan base is there. So why should it start singing?
Okay, guys. Well, Lala said it all. Why should Laycon start singing when the fan base is there and they recognize him as a rapper? Guys, let's have your thoughts on that one. Who exactly is Laycon? And of course, the whole comparison with Nasty C, Vector and everything. Is it justified, overrated, underrated, or just rated? What are your thoughts on Laycon 2021? The Jimmy Jump Off freestyle, freestyling from his phone, all of those things. Let's have your thoughts, let's have your say on that one. Lala don't scatter the table already. So it's just for us to pack what is remaining and just go. So with that, I just say bye-bye. God bless you guys. Peace.